Yeah, time for zero patterns review. Let's do this thing, jelly beans. 57 times 10, 570. 57 times 100, 5,700. 57 times 1,000, 57,000. 57 times 10,000, 570,000. 57 times something equals 5.7 million. It's going to be 100,000. What do you notice about the problems above? Explain any patterns you see. Please never, ever again, because some of you instinctually said, oh, I'm adding zeros. No, you're not. You're not adding zeros. Going up by powers of 10. The number is growing exponentially by 10. That's what's happening. I do notice that I have the same two numbers over here, right? Two digits, 5 and 7, that I start with, and I see that they appear in different place value. So here I have the 5, 7 in they're all starting in tens and ones. Here they're in hundreds and tens. So they shifted, each one shifted by a 10, one place value, which is the value of 10. Here they're probably going to shift by 2 because we're being multiplied by 100, which is 2 place values. And lo and behold, they did. Went from ones to thousands, or sorry, from tens to thousands, and from ones to hundreds. So they both digits shifted 2 place values. These are shifting 3, these are shifting 4, and because they shifted 5, I have to have 100,000 there. So I'm not going to write any of that down, but those are the patterns, hopefully, that you saw. Fill in the blanks. 57 divided by 10 is 57. Or sorry, 570. 570 divided by 100. 5 and 7 tenths. 507 divided by 1,000. 57 hundredths. 570 divided by 10,000. 57 thousandths. 570 divided by 100,000 is going to give me down to 57 10,000ths. So looking up here, looking down here, again, what happened with these digits? 570, my 5 and 7 started it's going to start in the hundreds and the tens every single time, right? And then depending on what power of 10 I'm dividing by, that's how many place values it shifts to the right. Up here it shifted to the left because we're multiplying. We're multiplying by 10 and greater. And by yeah. Because it's not going to do that every time you multiply. That's a misnomer. And down here I'm dividing by 10 in powers of 10. Okay. So my numbers are going to my place value shifts to the right when I'm dividing by powers of 10. It shifts to the left when I'm multiplying by powers of 10. So 570 divided by 100, that means both of my digits are shifting 2 place values to the right, 3 place values to the right, 4 place values to the right, and here they've shifted 5 place values to the right, and so that's 100,000. Look, 5 is in the hundreds, and it goes tens, ones, tenths, hundreds. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. It shifted 4. So the 7's shifted 4 to the right. Okay. Evaluate the following expressions. I mean, solve them. Fancy language. 25 times 6 times 5. I could keep the parentheses here. I think I'm going to. So I have 25 times 30. And what? That's 25 times 10 is 250, so that's 500, 750. 67 times 28 minus 9. I mean, 67 times, I wonder if I should be thinking about this differently. Is 19? Oof, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to go, I wanted that by 20. I'm going to change that to 67 times 20 minus 67 times 1, which gives me 67 times 10 is 670, so that's 1240 minus 67, which gives me drop 40 to get to 1200. I have 27 left. I know my 100 combinations is, that would be 73, so 1173.